Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King freaking Kansas, here to bring a quick but short and interesting, movie review. In particular, podcast episode number 87. For the next little while, guys, there's going to be a couple hot topics here. Don't get me wrong, that'll be long, but there'll be a whole bunch of movies coming your way, and movie reviews in particular. And TV shows. Don't worry, I didn't forget about Stranger Things and Fallout and all that fun stuff coming your way. But there'll be reviews, spoilers, whatever. Just be warned, so I don't want you guys crying to everybody that, oh, King, you ruined the movie or whatever. Be warned. That's what I'm here for until the rest of the year. So like it or leave it. That's how it is. And the schedule, guys, I mentioned in the last podcast episode, it'll be Sunday, Tuesdays, and Fridays with week of Christmas being in question, right up to the end of the year. So anyways, guys, I'm here to blab about here. I'm here to discuss a movie I just recently watched on Netflix. I know it got recently released on Netflix, whether it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 days ago, whatever. Either way, I'm here to do a movie review on Train Dreams. It was released in 2025. It's about an hour and 42 minutes. It's on Netflix. It's a period drama. It's directed by Clint Bentley. It stars, this is the reason why I watched this, guys, Joel Edgerton. He plays Robert. You got Clifton Collins Jr. He plays Boomer. You got Felicity Jones, who plays Gladys. You got Alfred Singh, who plays Fu Sheng. You got John Patrick Laurie, who plays, oh my god, I can't even read my own writing, guys. Well, anyways, he's in it. William.H. Macy, he plays Arn. He's in there for a little bit, guys, but when you see him, gold. Nathaniel Arcon, you got Carrie Condon, and you got Zoe Rose Short. She plays his daughter, or maybe not his daughter later on. This is based on, I'll give you a synopsis, guys. This is based on the Denis Johnson's Beloved Novella, Train Dreams, is the portrait of Robert Grainier, a logger / railroad worker who leads a life of unexpected depth and beauty in the rapid changing America of the early 20th century. It's set in the rich forest and vistas of the Pacific Northwest, aka Washington State, guys. And yeah, so I saw the trailers. I'm like, you know what? Could be interesting. I don't mind period pieces and stuff like that. So I'll go, and it has Joel Edgerton. So I'm like, let me watch this thing and see how it is. And I can honestly tell you guys, if you were expecting a movie from beginning to end just to be strictly on the historic, Northwest journey of building the railroad across the Northwest to connect the U.S. together, you probably were right, but not to the extent that you think it is, because it's solely focused on Joel Edgerton's character Robert and his upcoming. It really shakes you guys. So spoiler, if you haven't seen it, too bad, it's on you guys. He apparently, as a kid, was abandoned by his family, a little thing around his neck, and he was sent to this neck of the woods, so to speak. Grows up hard, going place to place, doesn't trust anybody, and then he ends up going across a church where he meets Felicity Jones' character, Gladys, and the two hit it off slowly. He's a little bit shy at first. She approached them, and then little by little, they get together. They decide to build a cabin in the middle of the woods, and he would kind of like every once in a while when it's logging season, he'll leave for maybe weeks or months at a time to go do so, come back, and then at the time you see him back one further time in the show that you see him, he has a daughter. Of course, he's a little bit concerned that the daughter's not, growing up without him, doesn't know who her dad is, and eventually I think he was going to go on one last trip to get enough money because his wife, very entrepreneurish, let's just say that. They wanted to open maybe like a stone mill and kind of like live off their land and make a farm or something. So instead of him leaving, he can watch his daughter grow up and he can be around her. So on one of his things earlier, I'm jumping all over the place, guys. There was this Asian man who was dragged off like out of the blue while he was working, and basically tossed off the bridge. And that, for some reason, haunted him for years and years. And he thought he was kind of like cursed. And why is he having images and seeing him and all this crap? And everything that kind of happened bad around him, whether he met William H. Macy's character, an old guy, get hit with a log, and then he slowly, he passes away or whatever, to what happened to him. He's coming back on his last job, and he's noticing fire, like the place is on fire. Forest fire, guys. Heads to where he lives, can't find his wife, his daughter, looked for days, looked for this, looked for that. House is burnt to the ground, guys. Tragic ending. He lost his family. He just didn't want to accept it. He was sleeping outside, and people were calling him crazy, nuts, all this stuff. And he didn't know how to move on with his life. And every time he would try to rebuild, it would remind him of his wife and his kid. He would go in the woods and hear their voices, stuff like that. And near the end of the film, guys, he kind of like, you see him age, and the narrator kind of explains that he kind of slowly decides to kind of get on the train to go to a big part of town to kind of experience the stuff like, seeing the first people or man landing on the moon kind of thing. And there's like, whoa, kind of thing to the movie experience, stuff like that, to getting into an airplane for $4 back then to do a little loop-de-doop. And then you find out that he passed away later on and stuff like that. And the way he was entered the world is the way he left. Didn't leave anything to anybody. Died pretty much in the cabin. You can see it all flowers and, grass and stuff growing there, and pretty much left how it was. That's how it ends. But he also met near the end a lady who's into the forestry to protect the trees and stuff like that. So who knows if he was going to get close together to her. I think that's what he wanted to. Eventually open his heart out, and that's whatever. But tragic many levels, much different movie than I thought it would be. I thought it would be more strictly on the historic fact of them building the railway. I think it's more of a backdrop to kind of like what he was doing as a career job, and that was going on during this period, and how his mentality and stuff like that was affected. It was really about him losing his family, tragedy, and how he grew as a person, and the obstacles that he encountered all of his life right till the end kind of thing. And he died peacefully, apparently, right? And I was like sad, man. I'm telling you right now. I liked it. It's a slow burn. Perfect length, guys. An hour and 35, 42 minutes or whatever the hell it was. I liked it. You guys tell me what you guys thought of it. Did you watch it? Did you hate it? Are you a big fan of Joel Edgerton? That's why I watched it. Well done. Well written. Well produced. Looked gorgeous. For a Netflix film, it's usually hit or miss. It's like for every one, there's 10 brutal ones, right? So there you go. That's my official Train Dreams movie review. Hope you guys liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to tune in Tuesday, guys. Another podcast episode coming your way. I'm going to be tackling a movie that everybody's been shitting on, apparently. I think it's called Playdate, and it stars Mr. Reacher himself, Alan Richardson, and Kevin James. And with Kevin James comedies and stuff, so I don't know if he's the bad part that people are bitching about. I have no clue. I'm going in blind. I watched the trailer. Looks fun. It looks like Daddy Daycare, but updated. That's what it looks like to me. But he's a spy and all. I can't wait to watch that and bring that. I'm going to be watching that pretty soon. And that'll be dropping on Tuesday. And then on Friday, we're going to have another review. We're going to get into the Christmas season. So we're going to start watching a few of these new Netflix, Prime Video, Christmassy type movies that drop to celebrate the Christmas season. And don't worry, I haven't abandoned the hot topics. Those are going to be coming your way. There's going to be Knives Out. It's going to be Fallout. It's going to be Stranger Things Part 2. And a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm not going to mention yet. So until then, be the hell good, stay off the King's Throne. And I'll see you guys where? Right here on YouTube land. Take it easy. Check this out and stay off the King's Throne.